Hello, my name's Stephen Moyer, and I play Bill Compton, and with me today in the chair is Grant Bowler, who plays Coot. Bill and Coot have a lot of conflict along the way.
And these guys don't get along.
No, they don't. It's because I think Bill gets upset about how well you wear leather. I think that's what ultimately is at the nub of it. It's certainly what I've been playing. Anyway.
Leather just sits well on me.
Yeah. And
there's nothing I can do about that, mate.
And you play a werewolf. What was that like? Did you get into any thoughts about how that would change your physicality or stuff like that?
The werewolves traditionally are very secretive. They're not coming out like the vampires. They stay kind of very low level so that they're never noticed. This particular pack of wares is completely against that. It's kind of a funny mix playing between that redneck kind of element that is in that pack, the tweaker element, which is the being addicted to V, and the whole animal thing. I think the biggest clue on the animal thing came when we actually saw the wolves.
So what was that like?
Well, they're different. The wolves are different than I or anyone else I talked to expected. It's, they're wild.
We came over the brow of this hill and down into this area where they were holding 5 of them. And they had told us that we weren't allowed to go near them. They'd told us that we had to stay completely still, that no extraneous movements. You're not going to be able to talk to the wolves. You're not going to be able to interact with them. And they've just arrived at this place and they're smelling out their territory. And I was like, yeah, all right. You know, that's enough. They're just a big dog. It was this kind of, they're so much bigger than you think they're going to be. And their heads are like that, aren't they? I was mesmerised and terrified and excited all at once.
I noticed the way they moved, they never stopped moving. They're kind of like a shark on land. If their body's not moving, their head or their eyes are moving, but they don't stop.
Your wolf is called Shadow?
Shadow, and my wolf is black, and it's appropriate.
Yeah.
He's enormous.
Yeah.
He's very strong, he's black and grey, and no, I love my wolf.
He is beautiful, isn't he?
And it's extraordinary how much you bond with that idea as an actor.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, off the image of the animal that is your mirror. That influenced me.
One of the ideas that we play with is that that wolves run at a sort of higher temperature than a human. And, of course, vampires are cold because they're dead. And that is almost like a great dividing line, that one's cold and one's hot and that they don't mix together.
And you've established, especially between your character and Eric in the show, that to vampires, being victims to their feelings is seen as a great weakness. To be feeling-driven is a great weakness in vampire culture, whereas with wares it seems to me that it's feelings-driven.
Even if you have feelings as a vampire, you don't let anybody see them.
Vampire society strikes me as being very medieval.
The vampire hierarchy is stronger than anything in some respects, and so you'll never see Bill be disrespectful about Eric, regardless of what he's feeling about Eric. So therefore, mirroring against our humans and the way that the humans act in our show, the humans do things which are, you know, awful to their counterparts, even though they love them. Whereas you'll never kind of see a vampire do that. It's like holding a mirror up to society in that way. We are led to believe that vampire society is this way, and it's almost better. Somebody comes along and isn't living the life like that at all, and it's like saying, here we are, we're perfect. Oh no, we're not. You know, 'cause over here, the person that we thought was the most perfect is the most corrupt.
Season 2 and Season 1, particularly the vampires, were in control because they were causing the action.
Yes.
And this season, things are being done to them, and they're more reactive. And I think it's one of the reasons why the cast is much bigger. How's it getting so many new actors?
Well, you know, we've got like... It's like Ben-Hur, isn't it? Every time we do a read-through, they have to bring in 34 more chairs, don't they?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And then, you know, then, at some point, those chairs start disappearing. They're pulled out, like, with a giant hook out of the read-through.
Yeah. By a girl in a shepherd's outfit.
Yeah.
Which is tasteful.
It's actually a bloke.
I thought he was cute.
He is. But he is dressed up. Thanks for joining us. The newbies always have to do a rap at the end of these things, and I'm going to now pass you over to Grant Bowler for his rap out.
Australians don't rap. Ever. Thank God.